Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. So welcome to another video. This video is a Q&A. And just to say, some of you may be disappointed that this is not an unranked diamond, but let me quickly explain. As of this video going live, I will be in university for the final time. I'm recording this on the Thursday, it's coming out on Friday, and I'll be handing in my final assignment. That sounds weird in many ways and also amazing. But yeah, I'm going to be spending the rest of the day really with my friends, going to the arcade, potentially watch a movie, and just chill out for a while and kind of celebrate that we're done. As yeah, 3 years in the making doing a university degree, and hopefully, I'll find out in a month or two whether I actually get the first overall, which I'm very much wanting, and I'm confident I'll do it. But that's why there's no Unranked Diamond today. As of Thursday today, I'm going to be honest, just not really in the mood to play Unranked Diamond. I've just been doing a lot of assignment writing, just finalising one of them, the last one, and I just wasn't in the mood to play. And it's just, typing for ages. I'm just not in the mindset to go, okay, now we're going to go play ranked. Just not feeling it. So hopefully you understand. But just also to announce that if you've not heard, Saturday the 14th, I will be doing a 12-hour live stream on twitch.tv/HuzzyGames. Basically a celebration stream to me coming back to streaming and finishing university. So that will be happening starting around noon UK time. So it will be happening 12 o'clock to 12 o'clock most likely. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But this is a Q&A video. I haven't done one in a while, and I do apologise for that. But the reason I do these occasionally is because when I was starting League of Legends, YouTube, education, university, I didn't really have somebody that I wanted to ask a question to, or there wasn't anybody there, basically. And if people have a question that I potentially can answer, I like to offer myself for that. Can help some people. Again, these videos to me, if I help one person, the video's worth doing. So hopefully you guys see the point in this. But we'll be answering a range of questions today. So I do have some questions from the recent video, or one of the recent videos of Unranked Diamond that I said, leave your comments down below and I'll answer them. But I've also got in my head a number of frequently asked questions that people tend to ask quite a lot. So we'll be doing those first and then going over to the comment section. So the first most frequently asked question, and I've answered it a lot. Well, there's a few actually, but the first one is, what is the loading screen that I use in Unranked Diamond? I say it in every video, but it's a website called lolskill.net. I don't see that in game. I edit it in for the video. Video production is good. So yeah, when you're in a game, you put your name in the little bar, you click search game, and you'll get the exact same stats that I do, and I just edit that in for the video. So that's that. Second one is, what do I do in university, or what have I done in university, I should probably say. Computer game design, so making games. They encourage you to actually become a programmer and all that stuff. So obviously, yeah, I know how to code, but very early on, I came to the conclusion I hated coding, and it was not what I wanted to do. And the cool thing about university is they are a little bit flexible in what you can do. In a module, let's say, if you're doing a game design module with a group of people, I decided that I'd always be the project manager for that, not one of the designers. And I still got very high grades. The highest grade you can get is a first. That's what I'm currently on. So I was a bit flexible in that. So I'm more towards the project managing, marketing, business side of gaming rather than the designing side. But I have made games as well. I have certain modules you have to make a game. And my actual highest grade that I got was in the 3D modelling and animation module. I was very good at that. We had to do a Star Wars scene and replicate it. So I had X-Wings following TIE fighters or something like that. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, that's what I've done in university for the past 3 years. I go to university in Cambridge, and my future at the moment, there's another question, what am I planning to do? It's a little bit uncertain. I've been very lucky that certain companies have offered me invites to go and have interviews, and I haven't even applied for these jobs, which is very flattering, and I'm very, grateful for these. But I'm not sure if I want to take any of them. I can be a little bit picky because I do have this YouTube channel to kind of fall back on. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Again, I'm going to be a bit picky. I probably am going to look for jobs. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be sitting here for a year not doing anything. I am going to be looking for jobs, but it's going to be a job that I want to do, which is a very luxurious thing a graduate can do, I'll be honest. Next question is, what's on the bookshelf behind? So the top thing is, I'm not going to move the camera, but the top thing is a BlizzCon 2015 canvas print that I believe only 2,000 of them were ever printed. It's not a poster, it's actually like a canvas framed. All the figurines, you can see some of them, like there's Darius, Kha'Zix, there's Zed, Jon Snow is somewhere there. You know, there's a few of them, which is pretty cool. Right above my head, there is a Zig statue. Over here, some manga. That there's One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, or Academia, whatever you want to pronounce it, and Full Metal Alchemist. That I'm starting to build a collection. Down here, over my left shoulder, there is a pixel art of Hogwarts, the logo that my good friend Giz made, and it was amazing. It was basically like a graduation gift from him. Unfortunately, the glass of the frame broke in delivery because he's from Sweden, and I'll be getting a new frame for that and putting it up somewhere because it's pretty cool and that actually does mean a lot, so that's awesome. And then you can't really see other things, but down below under the chair, basically like down there, there's 10 years worth of Natural Geographic magazines that we've collected, I think from 1998 to 2008. And that's probably worth quite a lot of money there because there's literally its full collection all in the leather binders and not one is missing, so that's pretty cool. And occasionally, you know, I'm somebody that loves to learn about the world and nature, and occasionally I'll just pull one out, have a read of it, you know, ancient Egypt or something like that, and it's interesting, you know, it's really cool. But I have found, you know, some of those are nearly 20 years old, they're magazines. I have found certain things that have been proven incorrect, so I read it and go, wait a minute, that's wrong, and I go on like Google it, and I'm like, yeah, this magazine's wrong because it's like 20 years old, so that's kind of funny to do as well. Other frequently asked questions, what am I planning to do for weight loss? That has been one. So the plan basically is to be active as I possibly can be. So every single morning, or at least 5 times a week, maybe I'll have the weekend off. But I'm going to go for a morning run or bike ride at least, just to wake myself up and so I don't become, excuse the French, but a lazy bastard. I don't want to have a year, say, of doing YouTube potentially and waking up at midday or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't want to do that. I've done it already once in my life, in my gap year. And that's when I'll be honest, it was the most depressing year of my life. So I don't want to turn that into that again. So every single day at like 9 o'clock in the morning, I'll go for a run and start my day. And that's a bit of exercise right there. You know, it's not going to be a killer run, maybe a mile, just to wake up. But then that will start my day really good. I'm planning to go on the space diet. I am researching multiple diets, talking to nutritionists, etc. So don't worry about my health in that aspect. But I'm talking to nutritionists and they say the space diet potentially is the best one for me. So you take the powdered meals that astronauts have. They basically give you the required nutrients that you need every single day, and it maximizes your weight loss. Obviously combining that with proper exercise, going to the gym, getting a personal trainer and working really hard. And that is partially why I'm hesitant in taking a job in the first place, because I can do YouTube anytime I want. You know, it's a flexible work day. Sure, it's a lot of work, and you know, you're constantly working as a YouTuber. Comment section, emails, all that stuff is included. But I can schedule that. It's not like a usual 9 to 5, which allows me to go to the gym with a personal trainer 2 times a week, go to the gym 4 times a week, and work really hard to get back in shape. You know, recently I posted a picture on Facebook and Twitter of me 6 years ago, and people going, "Oh God, that's not you." And it is. You know, I used to be thin. I used to be in shape. My old name used to be Tank. And hench as a bench, like that was me, and I want to get back to that. You know, I kind of miss it. And one thing I'll say, some people don't really see the big deal about, you know, getting back in shape. When you've been in shape in the past, you know, I used to be, you know, crazy into sport, A-League football, district, other sport. I used to have that, and I know what it felt like. You know, you just feel great in yourself when you're in shape, and now I'm like what I am. You miss being in shape, you know, that's all I'll say. You know, there were reasons why I got the weight, mainly through injury, but, you know, that's another time. I'm probably going to start doing a weight loss series when I actually start, probably in about 2 weeks, and update you guys maybe every 2 weeks, fortnightly, do an episode, and work really hard for that too. Anyway, that is pretty much all the frequently asked questions out the way. So now we'll go through the questions that people have left me. So, first one is, do I think Ziggs is good for carrying low ELO? This question can be pretty much put to any single champion in the game. Can Teemo, can Urgot, can Malzahar? It's the same answer. If you're good at a champion, yes. If you're bad at a champion, no. That is pretty much what it comes down to. The meta of, like, say, the competitive meta, it only really comes into play, I'd roughly say, Diamond Plus. Like, if you're just really good with a champion, you can get to Diamond no matter what. If you're very good with a champion, you can get to Challenger. You know, there's a one-trick pony, Urgot, in Challenger. He's, like, arguably the worst champion in the game, but he's Challenger. So you can do it on any champion. It just requires you to be good at that champion. Okay, next question, if I can find it, is what is my favourite game apart from League? This question will have changed throughout the years, honestly. If you asked me this 4 years ago, it would have been World of Warcraft. Like, World of Warcraft is still in my top probably 3 games of all time. I just love that game. You know, you love that game for many reasons. The main reason I love that game was community. It was the people that I talk to every single day on Discord are my old guild mates, my old, you know, tanks, my healers from my hardcore raiding guild. That's who I talk to because we built a connection for many years, and it sounds weird, but you don't get that type of connection with other people. Like, I've got some really good friends in real life, you know, uni friends, other friends, but I don't think I'm close to them, but I'm not close to them in regards to certain aspects, you know, of gaming. So, like, my World of Warcraft friends, we were stressed to the maximum, trying to get a boss down every single night of a week, and you're doing it together. Like, you build a bond with doing that I don't think you get in other places, which is weird. So I'd say World of Warcraft, definitely. Potentially Overwatch, but I'm not going to jump the gun. I am going to be playing quite a bit of that, I do see, because I used to be a competitive Call of Duty player, so I kind of miss playing an FPS. I am looking forward to Battlefield 1 because that kind of brings it back to the roots of, like, I hate the futuristic, like, CODs and all that stuff now. I think it's really stupid. So bring it back to just shooting a gun and raw skill instead of jetpacking around, in my opinion. So, you know, Overwatch is that type of game where Battlefield and COD, in my opinion, should be just warfare. So I'm looking forward to Battlefield 1, but yeah, there you go. World of Warcraft probably is my favourite game apart from League, even though I don't play it anymore. Next one is, what do I rate higher, loyalty or honesty? Ooh, that's a deep question. Both go hand in hand, really, I would presume, because if someone is loyal to you, you'd think that they'd be honest to you, and if they're honest to you, then again, you'd think they'd be loyal to you. So I guess they go hand in hand, but if we're not talking about people that, you know, I don't communicate with every day or whatever, I would probably say honesty. You know, I'm a fairly blunt person that just say how it is, and I respect that. I hate people that kind of pussyfoot around the topic. Just say what you think. As long as you're not really going to hurt people's feelings and you're not insulting somebody, you can always tell them what you feel. You know, if I go to somebody, what you're doing is wrong, and I give valid information to why it's wrong, that's not an insult, that's just a statement, but it's honest. And I respect that quite a lot in, like, everyday life. So I'd probably say honesty. Loyalty is obviously very important too, but it was a tough question. Next one was, recently a lot of people have been asking about my colour blindness. You know, a lot of them like, wait, you're colourblind, or what does that mean? Do you see in black and white? No, I don't see in black or white. Basically, everybody's different in terms of what colour blindness they have. Every single human even interprets colours differently. Basically, my colour blindness could also be called colour confusions. That I know what blue is, I know what purple is, but my eyes sometimes merge them. So I could look at, say, okay, I am drinking a Red Bull. So this Red Bull can to me, this is blue. But for all I know, that could be purple. But I know it's blue, if you know what I mean. Where, like a dragon in League of Legends, if it looks green, it could look red to me, or it could even look blue to me. It depends the shade. If a shade of a colour is very similar, then my eyes can kind of mesh them together, and I'm not sure what colour it is. That's basically the colour blindness that I have. It's not a big deal. I'm not impaired in life at all by it. It's just sometimes a little bit irritating that occasionally, in university, sometimes I have to go to my friends, is this blue? And just to make sure it isn't purple or something like that. So that's pretty much it. It doesn't impair me. I'm still a regular human. I still see normally. I still see full colour. Just my eyes can't really determine sometimes if it's blue, purple, red, green, brown, that type of thing. So there you go. Next one is people are asking about the university. I explained that earlier. People have been asking, a lot of the questions are, can I do this certain champion? I'm going to be completely honest with everybody. I don't take certain champion requests, not from the comment section. I'm occasionally starting to do the polls on Twitter and maybe Facebook. But, I'm not going to really go, if someone goes, can you play Diana or can you play Twitch? I'm not going to kind of go, sure. Like, what I do is very spontaneous, that I'm in Champion Select and I'm like, okay, I'll play this now because it fits the comp. So I'll never go from the comment section and go, I'm playing this champion. It just isn't practical. Next one is, what do I think the difference in metas, or what do I think is the difference in metas in terms of the regions? Playstyle, really. Different regions have different playstyles, so that does affect how the champions that are picked. So Korea is known for being aggressive, so carry champions are played there more. When Gangplank was not played in EU or NA, it was still played in Korea because it's an aggressive pick. Stuff like that. I'd say Europe and NA both are a little bit more laid back in terms of meta in comparing to China and Korea, but that's about it. A lot of people have the misunderstanding that solo queue in Korea is better than EU and NA. It's not. A bronze in Korea is the same as a bronze in EU and NA. The difference comes in Challenger. The challenges of Korea are a lot better than the challenges of EU and NA. That is it. The other ratings, there's no difference at all. But anyway, next one is... what do I think of Game of Thrones? Without getting into any spoilers, and I will say if anybody does give spoilers, you'll be banned from the channel because that's not nice. I'd say the current season is pretty good. Certain aspects I think are going too quick. Certain aspects are going too slow. That's a regular Game of Thrones season. I do love it though. It is my favourite TV show without a doubt. I've read all the books, and that's what you actually can't see there in that little gap. There's all the Game of Thrones books, and I've read them all. So yeah, there's good. I think they do the books justice, and obviously now it's moving away from the books, so pretty good. Next one is what is my real name? You can find that out literally by just going on my Twitter. My real name is Sean, Sean. A lot of people think it's Scene, but no, it's Sean. And it's an okay name. I'm fine with my name. I know some people don't like their name, but I'm fine with it. I will be honest, I've always thought, and it's a weird tangent I'm going off here, but whenever I have a family, and that does require getting a girlfriend, then wife, and then family, but I really want to call my son, if I have a son, Maximilian, and obviously Max for short. I don't know why, and I don't know why I'm telling you this, but the movie A Good Year is one of my favourite movies ever. It's with Russell Crowe. It's very, in a weird way, parallel to my life with my family, etc. Basically realising certain things and making your life better. And the phrase, thanks a million, Maximilian, I have no idea, but that phrase really has stuck with me. And I don't know, I just want to say that to my own son one day by calling him Maximilian. Who knows? It's a bit weird, but yeah. Right, next one. I'll have to scroll down to look for more. What is my favourite lane, champion, and why? And what lane champ don't you like? So my favourite lane is, of all time... See, I love League of Legends, and I change my role quite sporadically. That one time I'll be a jungle main, then I'll be a top main, then I'll be a mid main. But I'd say throughout the history of my LoL career, my most successful lane ever, I believe, was top. I think when I was Diamond 1, I was a top lane main with obviously jungle and mid of my off roles. My best and favourite champion is Lee Sin. I just love him. You know, he's a champion that a lot of people go, he's a basic champion to play, but he's so complex when you're going to the advanced stages of him. Well, that's every champion in League. You know, a bronze player can sometimes look at a diamond player and go, what they're doing is not so tough. But then you tell the bronze player to replicate what the diamond player is doing and they can't because it's hard. When a diamond player is playing a champion good, they make it look easy. Which is sometimes why in videos you get salty people that go, it doesn't look that hard, he's not playing well. It's because a diamond player is making it look easy. So I'd say Lee Sin is definitely my favourite champion. And he is the champion that, you know, I will say, with University finished, I'm going to be looking to at least get back to Diamond 1, maybe Master. I will be relying heavily on Lee Sin. You know, I'm never going to be a one-trick pony, but pretty much when I go to the jungle, he will be one of my main picks. So, yeah, Lee Sin. And, you know, why? It's because of just the enjoyment, the pure enjoyment of it, the situationalness. You know, he's not a champion that you can do the same thing every game. You know, Shaco, predictable. Sejuani, predictable. They do the same thing every game. Lee Sin, you do different things. Lee Sin, one game you can be the tank, one game you can be the carry, one game you can be the engager, one game you can be the disengager. You can change every game, and that's what I like about him. And then what is a lane champion that I don't like? Lane-wise, bot lane, for multiple reasons. Multiple reasons that I don't like relying on other people because I am a solo player. You know, even when I've played competitively in teams, I was very much a solo player in that team. That I was dubbed the Dyrus of the team, the scapegoat that wouldn't mind going negative in KDA for the rest of the team doing well. I've always been like that. I don't mind. As long as I see the victory at the end of the game, that's fine with me. So I don't like relying on others, which obviously in bot lane you have to do. Champion wise, I dislike a lot of champions in League of Legends. You know, a lot of people know that. Shaco, Tryndamere, Quinn. You know, I dislike a lot, and honestly, a lot of it is irrational. That, you know, I just dislike them for the sake of disliking them. Just something about them is dislike. Some of it is experience with one-trick ponies of that champion. You know, this stereotype Riven player. That also diminishes what I feel about the champion itself. But I dislike, you know, again, like I said, I dislike bot lane because you rely on somebody else, and I believe, well, for me personally, it's just not fun. That, you know, that's the main reason. Which I'll always recommend when people say, what should I main? It's not something I can answer. It's something you need to answer by asking yourself, what do you find the most fun? It's as simple as that. Next one is, people are asking, because I was wearing a Titleist hat, which is a golf brand. People are asking about golf, do I play, etc. I used to, but not anymore. Basically, my family's a golfing family. My dad used to be a professional. He coached tour players. My uncle still is a professional, and my sister used to play for a country. So, yeah, we're very much a golfing family to a very high level. I did play here and there, but I was more involved in contact sports, so football, rugby, that type of thing. So it's a good game, though. I highly respect golf, and it's a really good game to like learn discipline and all that stuff. So many of the aspects of my League of Legends and like my persona do come from golf. You know, the point of if you make a mistake, as soon as you pass a tower, you forget about it. That comes from Tiger Woods. You know, I do use certain mentalities from golf in League of Legends and in life, really, to be honest. Next one is Q&A. How did I come up with the name Huzzy? I have told the story before. It's boring. You know, most names don't come from some, you know, I don't know, trip that you're like, suddenly the name Huzzy came to me in a dream. Nothing like that. Basically, a friend of mine, his name was Jono. He played World of Warcraft before me, and his name on it was Fuzzies, Fuzzzyz. I did not like the name I didn't like the Z at the end, so I got rid of the Z at the end, and my surname begins with a H. Boom, Huzzy. Pretty simple. That's how it came to be. If you want to know how Fuzzies or whatever was created, you'll have to ask him. I have no idea. And then also just to kind of go off, because another people Another people ask me the question, what do I think of certain names? I am somebody that likes when people have a certain identity, like a name as their summoner name or their gamer tag. I don't like when people have like. I don't like people when they have like CLG or TSM in their summoner name when they're not in the organization. That's weird to me. You know, my summoner name at the moment is Dig Huzzy because I'm in Dignitas. That wouldn't be there if I wasn't in Dignitas. So that's another thing that I dislike. But yeah, I don't like if someone like names themselves One Trick Master Yi because that's not an identity. You should have your own name, or that's what I prefer at least. So there you go. Next one is, why do I take League of Legends so seriously? After all, it's just a game. And what was the job you were offered? Why do I take League so seriously? I think that's just me as a person. Everything that I do, I take seriously. I've been described as a serious person. No matter what I do, I'll go full speed ahead on it and treat it like it's a job practically. And yeah, it's just me. You know, I'm from a sporting background, believe it or not. And that taught me to try hard in whatever you do and whatever you want to do. And sure, I probably take a League more serious than I probably would, but it's because I have 70 odd thousand people subscribed to me on YouTube. You know, they're here to learn, and that needs some sense of seriousness to it. If I was just a regular player, sure, I'll just be kind of having fun and chilling out, but it's the fact that I have an audience, that they are here to learn, and I take that seriously. And next, what job was I offered? I'm not going to get into the details. One, that I don't think I can in some of them, and secondly, I don't really want to until things become actually official. I think that's just a normal thing. Next thing is, we'll only probably do a couple more. How long have we been going for? Let's have a little look. We've been going for roughly half an hour or just under. Another person asking about the jobs. You're not going to say that. How do I have so much IP? Just playing the game. Pretty much that simple. You know, my main account, I think I have roughly 120,000 IP just there. Nothing to spend it on. Even more so now with the loot crate things, the Hextech stuff, because I don't even need to buy champions anymore with IP. I can just like re-roll the champion tokens and get the champion straight away for free. So that's something. And then finally, I think that was a question that I can't find it, but it was something about confidence. What's the difference between cockiness and confidence? So cockiness, to me, is when you're overly confident when you have no evidence to back it up. That's cockiness to me. Confidence is something that I believe if you want to be successful in life, in any avenue, you should be and need to be confident. You know, the person that gets the good job or gets the promotion is the guy that puts himself out there and is confident to do so. It's not the person sitting in the corner saying nothing. So confidence is key in life in general, but confidence is something that you should have when you have something to back it up. So I'm confident in Unranked to Diamond because I'm a Smurf, because I'm a Diamond player, because I played for 6 years, because I've won tournaments. That's why I'm confident. That's not cockiness, that's confidence. And if you can't determine the difference, then you're probably a cocky person yourself, because you probably see any form of confidence as cockiness. So that's pretty much it. And then I just remembered one more question that was important that I needed to answer. And that was, do I have any advice for startup YouTubers? Yes, I do. Basically, go into YouTube for the correct reasons. Go in for fun, go in for entertainment, and go in for basically just doing it. Go in for the experience. Don't go in for it for money, e-fame, benefits, anything like that, because it won't work. You know, if you basically go in with the attitude, I'm going to be very successful with YouTube. You know, this is why I say cockiness, not confidence, not cockiness. Being cocky, going, I'm going to do YouTube and this is going to go amazing, it's bad to do that because you have no evidence to back it up. And most people that do YouTube don't get anywhere because it's so random. You know, it's so random that people started to click on my videos. It still amazes me to this day. You cannot be confident or you cannot be cocky when it comes to doing YouTube because there's no guarantee. You also can't be that confident, even confident, in making it your job. Because even with me, that's thinking of doing YouTube for about a year to get back in shape and all that stuff, who knows what's going to happen in a year with Google and YouTube? They could close it down tomorrow. I have no power over that whatsoever, which is risky. So I'd say as a title to upcoming YouTubers is go into YouTube, having fun, but don't have any expectations for success. And if you have that in your head that, hey, you get 10 views on your first video, be happy with that. You know, don't have any expectation for success, because most people don't. It's amazing when you do, and it's awesome. But I'd say just work hard. Do the best content that you will do, and also before you release a video, watch it back yourself. And if you get bored watching your own video, then how will other people watch it? Because even if you get bored, they'll get even more bored. So that's going to do it for today's Q&A video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. So again, tomorrow of me uploading this video, Saturday, there will be a 12-hour live stream. I'm not sure if there will be an unranked diamond on the weekend. I'm not sure, because again, 12-hour live stream will take up the whole day. So what I'm probably going to do is I will probably take clips and games from the live stream over the next week and just upload them to YouTube. Maybe 2 a day, because I may as well. So if you miss it, you won't miss out on the games, because I'll try and upload them to YouTube. But that's going to do it. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Throw a like on it if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.